What's up, Amazon sellers? Getting VAT registered in the UK can decrease your profits in your Amazon business. And if you want to know how to overcome this problem, then watch this video, because today I'm going to share a top trick with you that can help you out. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now, doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now, in the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. Check this out. And in the USA, I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller. Check this out. Now, hopefully in the near future, we're going to expand into another marketplace. And if you're interested in learning how I've done it, what I'm doing, and also what I'm learning, then do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me. What are we going to talk about today? Well, first things first, number one, I'll talk about why am I making this video, why are we talking about it. Number two, I'm going to talk about how to make more money on Amazon after VAT registration. And then number three, I'm going to talk about how Amazon product tax codes work and what you need to do within Seller Central to take advantage of this. So let's get started. So first things first, number one, why am I talking about this? Well, quite simply, I've been selling now on Amazon for like the last 5 years. And within these years, I've seen many Amazon sellers stated that being profitable has been more challenging since they've become VAT registered, which is completely understandable because VAT, the tax, is called value-added tax. Being a VAT or VAT registered business in the UK generally decreases your profitability since you need to shoulder the increased costs of that. And that's directly also as well the administration of it as well. Now, generally speaking, after accounting for both input and output VAT, a lot of people were talking about a rough guess about 8% reduction in their profits versus being non-VAT registered. Now, this is the reason why I thought about making this video today, to talk about this whole problem. Now, always remember that in the Amazon game, making money starts when you buy a product, not when you sell it. Now, the point here is that you should be lowering the cost of the items you're purchasing. That way, when you sell it, you've made more money. Now, one of the ways of lowering the cost of the items that you're, purchasing or buying is by selling zero VAT rated items. Now, by selling zero VAT rated items, you can avoid shouldering the input and the output taxes, since it doesn't have any VAT imposed on it, and from the purchase through to the sale. Now, you might be asking, how does selling zero VAT items help you to become more profitable after getting into the VAT registered? Well, let me show you an example now, which is going to help you understand more. Okay, so before I jump into the example, quick question for you guys. Are you currently VAT registered, seeing a reduction in your profits, hence why you're watching this, or are you about to go VAT registered and interested to learn? Let me know, currently VAT registered or about to go. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so this leads me nice onto my second chapter, how to make money on Amazon after VAT registration. Now, look, let's get straight to the point. Selling 0% VAT items, like what I said previously, help you make more money on Amazon is by reducing your cost to achieve more profits. And to prove this to you, I've made a profitability breakdown to compare 0% VAT items versus non-VAT registered sellers and VAT registered sellers with 20% output tax. So let me jump on the screen share now and show this to you. Okay, so what we've got here is a breakdown of, an example of selling a product at £20. Now, that's the sale price. Now, quite simply, along the top, you can see non-VAT registered seller, VAT registered seller for a 0% VAT item, and then a VAT registered seller for a 20% item. Now, quite simply, on the left-hand side down the bottom, you can see sale price, FBA fee, which is obviously the fee to deliver the product to the customer, referral fee, that's for the privilege of selling on Amazon's marketplace, and then obviously the cost of goods themselves. And then finally, once we've taken them all out, we get what's known as the profit, and that is what we care about. So just to be crystal clear, all of these products are selling at exactly the same price, and all of them are purchased for the same price. Cash paid, £10 and selling at 20. But the only difference is who you are, or maybe the type of product. So who you are is VAT registered, non-VAT registered, or the type of product being, is it a VAT registered item or not VAT registered? So 0% and 20%. Let's kind of go through it now. So first things first, you've got the non-VAT registered seller. What are they doing? Well, first thing first, we can see down the bottom left, they have the top left, they have a product they sell for £20. Now, from that £20, they've got to pay referral FBA fees of £2.14 plus VAT, which is 42 pence. Now, also as well, they've got to pay referral fees, which is £3 plus VAT, which again is 6 pence or 60 pence. Now, the cost of goods is going to be £10, but there's no VAT on that because they're not VAT registered. So they can't reclaim that VAT from it. So once we take that, all those costs versus the sale price, we're left with a profit of £3.84. Now, if we come into the middle, we can see the VAT registration 0% VAT item. Now, this is the interesting one. So let's say, for example, the item is 0% VAT. Again, it's a 20% product, but there's no VAT to pay on the output, should we say, on that sale of £20. Now, the product is £2.14, but there's no VAT to pay on that because it's reclaimed from the government. So we don't pay that money, we're going to reclaim that VAT from the government. Now, the referral fee, again, is £3, but again, there's no VAT because we're VAT registered and we reclaim that from the government. Basically, if you understand, we reclaim our costs on VAT from the government and we only pay VAT on our sales. So again, the cost of goods is £10 plus VAT. But again, we're not actually paying any VAT, well, because technically it's 0%, so there is no VAT to reclaim or to pay. So net profits on a £20 sale is going to be £4.86. That's what I like. Now, if we compare the same transaction for a 20% VAT registered seller or 20% VAT product, we can obviously go through that. So again, £20 sale price, but that would actually be £3.32 that we owe to the tax man. Remember, we have to pay tax or VAT on the sale. And then the FBA fee, which is a cost, is £2.14. Again, no VAT because we reclaim that from the government. £3 for the referral fee. Again, no VAT because technically we're reclaiming it from the government. And then finally, the cost of goods, we're going to be paying, should we say, £10, but that's actually going to be made up of £8.33 plus VAT 20%. So generally, we're going to get that. We're going to get that 166 back off the 332 that we paid, but that is going to be a profit of 322. So what can you see here? Well, quite simply, you can see that as a non-VAT registered seller for the product, you're going to make 384 profit. For a normal VAT registered seller, you'd only make £3.22, which puts you at a disadvantage. But if you were to start selling zero rated items, you're now going to get £4.86, which is actually quite a big change. It gives you a nice chunk of change to make more profit, which can really help you out. Now, as you can see, selling 0% VAT items when you're a VAT registered seller can give you more profits in your Amazon business that even non-VAT registered sellers can't take advantage of. Now, you might be asking, what are these 0% VAT items and reduced VAT items on Amazon? What are they? Let me share with you now what they are and obviously talk more about that. So first things first, you get what's known as 0% VAT rated items that you can sell on Amazon. And these should be under these product categories based on the UK government's website or HMRC. So these include things like incontinence pads, maternity pads, baby wear, children's clothes and footwear, cycle helmets, CE marked ones, of course, and protective boots, and so much more. The thing which I'll say is there is a big long list of these. There's a lot of food as well, which are actually categorized as 0%. And what I'll do is I'll drop a link down below to HMRC, Manchester Revenue and Customs website with guidance on these products so you can have a look for yourself. Now, in addition to, should we say, 0% VAT rated items, there are what's known as reduced VAT items. And again, this is, instead of 0%, these are actually at 5%. And these can reduce your cost in making more profits on your Amazon business. Now, the option to sell reduced VAT rated products, or should we say 5% VAT rated products, these have a lower VAT rate and than, should we say, the standard VAT rate, which is currently 20%. So they are, should we say, beneficial. Now, there are lots of products which are classified as reduced VAT rate according to HMRC. And again, I'll drop a link down below so you can see them. Now, what I want to do now is I want to jump on the computer and I want to show you an example of a 20% VAT rated product, a 5% VAT rated product, and a 0% VAT rated product. And I want to show you what they look like on the customer side of Amazon so you can kind of get a feel. And actually, when you spot one, you might find a new one, be like, wow, we could do this as well. So let's jump on the computer now and look at 20, 5, and 0% VAT rated products. Right, okay, so here I am, just jumped onto a product and Lego. This is definitely not a reduced product. So what I want to show you here is just what I've done now is I'm logged into my Business Prime account. Now, when I log into my Business Prime, because I'm a business and I've told Amazon I'm VAT registered, it will show me the ex-VAT and the Inc. VAT prices. So you should be able to get this without having to have a business account, but you are looking for that ex-VAT, Inc. VAT, kind of both of them showing, and definitely shows up in my business account. So first things first, let me get the calculator out. And what I want to do is just show you the calculation. So if I move this over to here, what I'm going to do is if I just clear this, so here we go, we can see the ex-VAT is 7.49, and I'm going to multiply it by 1.2. Why 1.2? Well, 1 is the price of the product, and the 0.2 is the VAT at 20%. So 1.2, there you go, it's going to say £8.98 or 99 once you round it, and that's going to be that price. So you can see that because of the 0.2, this is 20% VAT on this product. Now let's jump over to another product that I've looked at previously. So here we go, we've got, should we say, condoms, and now these are what's known as reduced VAT rate items. And for these products here, let's do the same calculation again, and these should be 5%. So you can see here, ex-VAT is 15.25, and let's multiply it by 1.05, 5% VAT, and we get 15.99. You can see here, condoms are being classified as reduced rate, and they're coded that way. And when they come onto sale, the difference between the ex-VAT and inc price is only 5%. So, and just note that the way they're being classified or coded is because the seller has set them within Amazon. Let's now jump over to a zero VAT rated product and let's have a quick look at how that shows up. Now this is, should we say, porridge oats, and what we can see here is this product here is just saying $12.49 inc VAT. There is no ex-VAT price. Now it's saying inc VAT, so it means there is VAT on it, but the VAT is zero, so the price is $12.49. That's it, inc VAT, and obviously zero. So when you're looking at zero VAT rated items, you should notice that they'll show you no ex-VAT, they'll just show you the inc VAT. Why? Because they're classified as zero rated, and that's how it shows up on the front end on the customer side of Amazon. Right, what I'll say is that finding zero and reduced VAT rated items can be really profitable, and it can really help your business out, especially when you're just starting out and maybe going over the VAT threshold. But the one thing is it's about changing your sourcing strategy, looking for new products, and you know what, that all takes time and effort. Now, how have I done it in my business? And obviously we've grown to 7 figures. Well, quite simply, we've hired a team of VAs, virtual assistants. This is a team which work in my business and only in my business, sourcing for deals 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. Now, what are they doing? They are looking for all those deals, zero, reduced rate, VAT rated products, and lots of other deals as well, which have worked for us, which are going to be profitable. Now, what do I do every single day? I come in, I review those deals, or my team does, and then we buy them. Super simple. And it's really allowed me to scale my business, because finding products, finding deals is the hardest thing you have to do, the most time consuming. And by, hiring or building a team can really help you grow and scale your business. Now, if you're interested in hiring a VA, look no further than the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. This is a service I created, which we've been running now for over 2 years, and we've hired over 500 VAs for our clients. Quite simply, you pay a one-time fee and we'll find, hire, and train a virtual assistant to work in your business, and we'll support them to get results over the first 12 weeks. If you like it and it sounds like something you're interested in, then have a look at the link down below, fasttrackfba.com/VA, where you can book in a free 30-minute consultation call to find out if our service is going to be right for you. Trust me, we've got 250 clients for over 500 VAs. It's game-changing, and people are coming back because it works. Check it out today. FastTrackFBA VA Academy. Right, that leads me nicely on to my third chapter, that is Amazon product tax codes. I mentioned it earlier. I talked through the 20%, the 5%, and the 0%, and I explained that was because that's how the Amazon seller had set up the product listing. Now, what does that mean? Well, they set it up using something called the product tax code, or PTC. This is an Amazon defined code that correctly sets the correct VAT rate for that product in the UK listing, or in the EU if you're going to do that. Now, what I will show you later on is what the product tax code looked like in Amazon, but what I would say is always remember that it's important to assign the correct tax code to your product based on the the product you're selling. And by default it normally goes to 20%, but you want to make sure that you are coding the 5 and 0% correctly. We'll show you how to do that in a minute. But obviously, if you are selling those items, get it done right. Now, to show you this, let me jump onto my screen now, and I'll jump into Amazon Seller Central, and I'll actually show you where to go to change the product tax code and what product tax code you should be using. So let's jump onto the computer now. Right, so here we are, just jumped into my Seller Central, and I'm going to come up to here, and I'm going to jump over to Inventory, and then I'm going to Manage FBA Inventory. You can do it on normal inventory, doesn't matter. So on one of those. Now, what you want to do, you want to find the Amazon listing or the SKU, which is going to be your, the one that you want to change the product tax code. So for us, I'm just going to choose a random one. Let's click this one, edit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into a certain section of this, and you'll see it. And by the way, you've got to make sure that you're actually VAT registered first. If you're not, I don't think you'll see this. So if when you look down here, just under the offers tab, you can see here it says product tax code. It says AGEN standard. Now, first things first, delete out the AGEN standard. It's just text. And what you're going to get is a drop-down box. Now, this drop-down box gives you lots of options. And generally speaking, they should be quite, self-explanatory. A baby cloth, A baby nappies, adult, etc. And you can scroll through all of them. So quite simply, you want to code it to the right one. and which is relevant for you. But if you're not too sure or maybe can't find it, you've got 3 that I'd kind of really recommend that we use across my business. So we have what's known as a Gen Standard. That is the default one that we always do. 20% tax goes on that one. So the next one which you look at now is called baby nappies. Now, baby nappies is going to allow us to sell a product at 0%. So let's just be clear. Let's say, for example, you are selling those oats previously. You can put a baby nappies. It's not a problem. Amazon would probably like you to use the correct one, but at the end of the day, what we want to do is get the right tax rate. So you can put a baby nappies for oats. We've done it many times. It's not a problem. Now, if you want 5%, a baby car seat is another one. They can give you 5% off and set that to 5%. So there are 3 tax codes that you can use. You get 20, 5% and 0% for your products. Do make sure you're coding them right, because obviously you want to make sure that's correct there. And obviously when you're selling your products, you're using the correct tax code and obviously making as much profit as possible. Now, what I will say is that selling 0 VAT rated items is, can be a real key to, making more profit within your business once you go VAT registered. But what you want to do is make sure that you're still paying your taxes. And obviously if you are VAT registered, that's something super important. HMRC will come after you. So if you want to know more about VAT and how it works, what I'll do is I'll leave a video around here on what is UK VAT and how it works. Check that out. I think that'd be really beneficial for you. But what I will say is hopefully you like this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.